Northern India has just hit 47 degree to around 50 degrees Celsius, and this is not ordinary summer. It is life-threatening heat. While a total of only 13% Indians are sitting comfortably in their AC rooms and know nothing about what all is happening outside their walls, there is the rest of the country who is bearing the summer heat every second of the day. In 2020, nearly 236 million people, which makes up almost half the urban population of India, lived in slums. And their roofs are made of tin and asbestos, transforming their homes into oven chambers. Tin and asbestos make their homes 13 degrees hotter than their surroundings. Now think about people whose workplace is the streets, the roads, rickshaw pullers, brick kiln workers, construction workers, gig workers, your Zomato or Swiggy delivery boy. Imagine how they all must be coping in the summer heat. Now, as per NCRB, 730 people died from heat or sunstroke in just 2022, 374 in 2021 and 530 in 2020. Imagine the crisis, imagine the intensity of this crisis. Well, some might think, what can we do in this act of God? That's not our problem, that's not our fault, we did not do it. But my friend, we did actually do it. Let me explain. We have turned our cities into urban heat islands. These urban heat islands are urban areas which are significantly hotter than their surrounding rural areas. Well, it happens because asphalt, concrete and dark rooftops absorb heat. These are the materials which are used in urban infrastructures, and they retain more and more heat, and they convert that area into a heat island. Now, when I say it's our fault, I say this with examples. Kancha Gachibowli 400-acre forest near University of Hyderabad was in news a lot, and it was cleared for the development of an IT park. By August 2024, 17,600 mature trees were removed. For what? Kavad Yatra. For clearing the route for Kavad Yatra. And mind you, the approval to cut trees was for 1,12,722 trees. Now it is important to talk about trees because trees can lower surrounding temperatures by up to 2 to 8 degrees Celsius, depending upon the local time, the tree canopy and the density of the trees. A fully shaded street with dense trees in Delhi is often 6 to 8 degrees Celsius cooler than the nearby sun-exposed concrete road. Tree-lined colonies in Ahmedabad and Hyderabad show 4 to 5 degrees lower temperature than bare and concretized zones. Now, considering so many deaths which are caused due to heat waves every single year, there have been talks and demands to include and to recognize heat waves as disaster under Disaster Management Act 2005. The benefit of recognizing it as official disaster is that an official disaster is eligible for financial assistances in times of dire need. But even more than that, what is required is not just disaster management. What is required is mitigation, and it involves green infrastructure development, planting more and more trees and not recklessly cutting of trees and mindless constructions and infrastructure development in the name of growth. It is 2025 and every single person knows what role trees play in our lives. As citizens, we must make basic behavioral changes like turning off our vehicles when not in use, turning off our ACs when not in use, switching the temperatures above 20 degrees Celsius so that less and less amount of electricity is used, and most of all, getting motivation from our very own Chipko movement, which was supposed to protect the trees, which was a successful movement, and we must also protest any kind of mindless felling of trees by the governments. Well, growth does not have to be ugly. The growth of a country does not have to be difficult, and it is not even that difficult to plan urban spaces while reconciling with nature. All that is required is the willpower to implement and a little awareness. It is not too late till we completely desertify our lands. And it is not just the heat waves that we are going to mitigate through sustainable development. We can even bridge the gap between the rich and poor just by mindful planning and including nature in our growth plans.